Yay! I'm feeling much better this week. A lot of shit I got done, and I'm happy. Everything's moving forward on my front. For a while, it just seemed I was stuck there in a place where I was just surrounded by pain. And, yeah, I'm going to get that capped off and everything. Put a fake tooth on there, and everything will be dandy. And put in our fake tooth on this side. And some more fillings. But the important part is no more day-to-day pain. I just wanted to say I have tried the McDonald's Angus burger. I found a coupon, I got it, and I had it, and they've been doing these commercials for a while now where they're trying, everyone wants to be on the Angus train. Let's get that out of the way. Hardee's did it, Burger King's done it, and I think even Crystal's did it. But anyway, their burger doesn't taste that great. It doesn't even taste different than any of their other burgers. It's just a bigger patty overall. I'm sorry, McDonald's, but it just goes to show it's all about how you cook the meat rather than what kind of meat it is. Because, you know, Burger King and Hardee's still blows them out of the water. I even like Wendy's better. Like Crystal's better. I like a lot of burgers better than McDonald's. And I thought maybe they really had something there, but it's nothing. It's nothing. Don't waste your time. Really. And it's expensive as hell, too. I only got it because I had a coupon. It was still expensive as hell for what it was. I felt gypped. Really gypped. Yeah. In other news, it's time for Channel of the Week. And I usually my Channel of the Week, I get to pick. I pick it myself. And I look for people that are doing a lot of videos, very active videos that I like. And this week is Pukeface16, who is a delightful young man. He reminds me of Wayne from Wayne's World combined with Jay from Jay and Silent Bob into like a weird mesh of cool, laid-back kind of guy. But he's also kind of a drunkard. I could call him a drunkard. He had this one video about him going through this window that's about yay big. I couldn't even fit my arm through it, and he scales it and gets into his house because he forgot his keys. But yeah, I'll let him do most of the talking. He's hilarious.
I'm Pukeface16 and I have been tagged up the ass. Twice to be exact. Too many times. I'm not going to do a shoutout tag video because it's too strenuous on my brain. So I've decided to do one of these videos about favorite game consoles that you want right now. So, step on the old air right here. Alright. I've been tagged twice. Dog Trevor 91. Big Sexy Al. You bastards. I just put up one of these videos yesterday. My butthole hurts from these rapings of the tag videos.
So if you haven't checked him out, I say give him a check out, man. He's cool. He's a cool dude. He collects retro games, but he also has these great stoner stories, which you just can't buy nowadays. You can't buy them. You gotta experience them, and they gotta come from the horse's mouth, and that's what you get. So yeah, check him out. He's a cool duder. Alright, a while back I got this letter from Say I never responded to it because I was still thinking about my words. It was pretty much, why haven't you moved on from retro gaming to nowadays gaming, the next generation? Why aren't you there? And, you know, he quoted some good examples and maybe reasons why. Price, I mean, that's definitely a big one. I mean, I just spent, in the last few months, I've spent $3,000 on dental. And if you take $3,000 and apply it to, say, a single system, buy a system and buy a ton of games for it, you know, you'd have something worth talking about. But yeah, I mean, right now my money's going towards that, so it's not a big priority for me. But the biggest reason is a lot of the thrill is gone for me in gaming. It's not there. It's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. I like games better when I was younger than I do when I'm older. I don't have that same desire to have them as I did when I was younger. And a lot of that has to do with reconnecting with your youngest, to me, with retro gaming. Is when I went to stores when I was younger, you looked at these display cases filled with a wall of games, and you couldn't buy none because you had no money. I never had any money to buy any games. I had to depend on my parents, and it was mainly just birthdays and Christmases. There was no, random game days. So it's awesome to be able to go in there. You got a little money of your own now, and you buy stuff that you couldn't even touch to afford back when it was brand new. I mean, it was $60 for a game back then for NES games, and I'm getting them for $1 and $2 or $3 now. It's mind-blowing to me because I still see that kind of value in these games. People had to work harder because of the limitations of the systems. And nowadays, they kind of have free reign, and they still manage to beep it up. That's just my conclusion. But I probably will, when prices, probably, if I have some spare money, I'll probably get into stuff. But, I mean, like I said, I was kind of disappointed with the GameCube, and that's kind of the direction things have gone, kept on going. Just less reliance on good game making and more about the story. And not that that's bad, but I hate all these stories with the talking characters. F that. I don't need that. Let me play the game. First-person shooters. I don't really have... If I had that's the kind of genre that's been identified as this generation. You go back to the NES. I say the top games for the NES are platformers. It's platformers. I love platformers. Fantasy platformers. Then Super NES. You had fighting games, RPGs, a few racing games. These kind of genre. And then the N64, the platformers came back. But then you get up into these newer systems and stuff, and there are a lot of grown men that want to play them, and they want to play serious games. I don't want to play serious games. I think a lot of it's they want to do this stuff, but I myself own guns. I've shot guns. It's not a real big thrill for me to shoot guns in the games. I mean, I'm not anti-guns in games. I mean, that's fine if you like that. But it seems like that's where a lot of the attention goes to, is games with a lot of guns in them. And a lot of realism to them. And I don't know, I don't really like shooting people. I'd rather shoot aliens from space or something. I like more of the fantasy stuff, and that's the stuff that was older. You look at Contra. Contra used guns, but they had aliens you're shooting at. So that was awesome. But yeah, that's my rant. I mean, it's just, I don't have that same drive to get these games, and I don't lust after them as much as I do the old games. I look at them in the thing, and I think, a lot of them are more targeted towards the older audience, and I'm a man-child. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Say Siri. I'm sorry it took me so long to answer it. I couldn't put my finger on it. Something else I wanted to talk about is, I don't know if you ever caught this show, but PawnStars is possibly the worst show I've ever seen. I hate this show. I like seeing the stuff people bring in, don't get me wrong, but there is no risk in owning a pawn shop. This is what the show has taught me. Because either they con you and take the deal and take this, or they don't trust that what you have is the genuine artifact, and they bring in an expert to verify it's a genuine artifact. And if they verify it, they'll buy it from you and rip you off, or they'll find out it's a rip-off, it's a forgery or whatever, and toss you out in your ass. There's no risk involved. It's just like watching someone shoot fish in a barrel. Why? It needs to have more downside to it. I mean, I like to see some people have some cajones and actually go out on the limb and say, I'm not sure if that's real or not, but I'm going to buy it. Or maybe even make mistakes where they turn down stuff that was actually really good, but it was they thought was fake. That's all. I mean, I hate it because it's win-win for them, and the consumer just goes in there blindly and gets effed in the ass. But yeah, that's all I got. Everything's going good in my personal life. I bought a lot of new games, a lot of new retro games, and I think I'll be doing those updates during the week. I'm kind of backlogged. So yeah, vacation. I'm gonna have fun. I haven't been on vacation, like I said, for a while, and I'm just looking for a good time. It's gonna be a lot of traveling involved, a lot of driving, And that really excites me because I love the open road. I think there's a lot that this country can show you just by going out on the open road and going places. And I'm real excited because I've never been west of Texas, and I'm going to be going west of Texas for the first time ever, which is kind of a milestone. That's kind of neat. You know, you kind of look at yourself on the map and you see your limitations of where you've gone, and it's kind of depressing because there's so much country and there's so much world in the bigger picture. But I'm just talking about the country, just exploring the country, and I'm looking really forward to it. I'll be here throughout most of the week, but we'll be probably leaving Friday. Keep doing your stuff, people. I enjoy your videos, and I hope you enjoy mine.